I only bring one point at this stage is it was the Dvaita understanding of me and the God. I exist, God exists, and that is true, and that is also not a true. But our mind wanted certain support, so it chose a God, a supreme self, because it analyzed it is very inferior compared to the God. So it created something beyond its capacity and it imagined it to be a God. And what will have an inferiority? Not the self, it is the ego. And the same ego makes something else superior. When you make something else superior, Paramatman, invariably you are accepting that you are a Jivatman, you are inferior. It is not so. Because the self and the Supreme Self both are one, and Shiva Sutra asserts that how both are one, we shall expand it and see. But I want you to try to work on this part where the idea that God will give us a test, the idea that God will test us for our virtues, the idea that God will do this for us or do that for us, or God will create a suffering so that we can wake up to the light. Yeah, for an infant steps, these understanding or a devotion towards the God is needed, and we should also believe in its plan. But our ego is such it doesn't completely accept God's ways of treating us because it is very selective in its nature. If you are really a devotee, then completely accept the Dvaita format, which is I exist and Supreme God exists, and whatever he does for good. Then you have to take everything good, whatever happens to you, praise or a pain. Okay. So, but this ego, it takes selectively. When pain comes, it says it is given by the God. When pleasure comes, it says my own earnings. So, this hypocrisy is not at all helpful being a devotee. And second thing, we have to assert ourselves that why should not I have pain? Why should not I have pain? None yak tondre agbardu, none yak no agbardu in speciality there. That is why the problem. The understanding I am Atman, but I don't live by the state of Atman. I live a state of an ego, but expect the result of an Atman. That I should not be get hurt, I should not experience pain, I should not get insult. So this Asmita Bhava or ego negative expression, we have to condemn it as a sadhaks. And don't give a foot to the ego. Don't give a foot to the ego by blaming God for testing you or punishing you, or blame yourself so that ego will dissolve. Blame yourself that you too deserve a pain. Why not? You too deserve insult. Why not? You too, your body will fall sick. Why not? At the end, it is made up of by the nature and its material. And the property of the nature is formation and deformation. That is the issue with us. We say you believe you are the body. You accept that you are a body and live as if you are a body, but you don't accept that body will also die. Body will also project the pain or experience the pain. This selective acceptance will deviate you from the path of truth. So once you accept the body, accept that body also perishable. Body also dies. Because we have been accepting many things in our life. As we spoke in last session, we have accepted everything. We have not learned everything. ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಒಪ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ನಾವು ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ. ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ? ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಹಂಗಿದ್ರೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ವಸ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಯಾರು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಮತ್ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ, ಪರಿಸರ, ಕಾಲ, ದೇಶ, ವಸ್ತುಕ್ಕೆ ಬದಲಾಗುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಒಪ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಶಿವ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ನೀವು ಚೈತನ್ಯ ಆತ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಒಪ್ಕೋಬಾರದು? ಇದೊಂದು ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಕ್ರಾಂತಿಯನ್ನ ಅವರು ಶಿವ ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಆದರೂ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ, do not stop it. It is so wonderful that you are put into the contemplation part. Your understanding, your own understanding of God is going on. Your own understanding of your relationship with God, He puts you into the test. That is all wonderful. And your perception to come out of it is also so wonderful and appreciable. Let us put a baby step and make our own version of talking to the God, self-exploration. Let us start that with the baby steps. As we mature in the process, we realize everything. So once we realize everything, all this, the illustrations will dissolve. And once you realize the truth cannot be spoken, the inner experience or feelings cannot be shared with the words, then you remain silent. And this silence is not silence of the symmetry. This silence is silence of the Chaitanya, the consciousness. And this silence has that power, it can induce the same experience, feeling unto others. So we pray you reach from the word to the silence, word to the wordlessness, form to the formlessness, and that which is not there to that which is there. Yes, Juinama, your wonderful understanding and sharing is so much appreciable. Thank you for sharing this. Okay.